Burt Blackburne, and I'm from the Communication Workers Union. Well, I first joined in 1965, so when you do your sums, that's quite a few years. Well, I had some wonderful experiences in the trade union movement. We saved a number of people's jobs. Also in Telstra, we had a big campaign with the use of asbestos lids and pits and so forth, and that was a big campaign that I was very pleased to be involved with. Thank goodness for the trade union movement, because they'd get away with murder. Well, currently I'm in retirement, but our property down in South Gippsland's come under a coal seam gas exploration licence, and so we've been up on the stump with farmers opposing coal seam gas exploration. We live in a place called Conwack, and we've done some survey work using the skills we both, my partner Margaret and I, used in the trade union movement. We had 600 farmers, more than 600 farmers, sign up against coal seam gas mining. We've had big public meetings, and so sort of semi-retirement. Thought it was all going to be grandkids, but no, it's not.
I came in to the ASU, or the MEU it was then, back during the Kennett years, the start of the Kennett years. And we had a fair bit going on. Council amalgamations were coming at us very fast, and once the amalgamations took place, quickly on their heels we were hit with compulsory competitive tendering. Jeff Kennett was on the record as saying that within the first 12 months the MEU would be out of Victoria. Well, we're still here, so and the councils are still here, terms and conditions are still here. And if you've got to say, that was probably the baptism of fire. I'd like to thank the new leadership team of the ASU, my comrades Richard Duffy and Lisa Darmanin for nominating me. And I would also like to thank my long-time friends and the people who have mentored me and helped me and supported me along the way. It was probably the hardest but most enjoyable time in the union movement. We're a very tight team, and those friendships are still running on today.
Probably the best thing about the job is when your members take a stand in a dispute with the employers over some matters of pretty important principle. So I suppose when that happens, and it's happened many times for the membership in Telstra and telecommunications generally, that's when you get the biggest thrill, so you always remember those times. Yeah, well, I mean, I've always been of the view that politics is union business, and I think the union movement's always recognised from its early days that you can't achieve everything for workers via industrial action and union action. There's a limit, and I think that basically that means there's a need for political action outside the normal industrial activities. So I guess that I've seen that as part of my role as a union official, not limiting things to purely the industrial needs of a direct membership, but seeing it in terms of the whole working class.
Hi, I'm Cathy Butcher. I'm the Health and Safety Coordinator at the Victorian Trades Hall Council, and I've been involved in health and safety for 25 years. Unions have had a long history of achievements. I mean, essentially we wouldn't have a health and safety law without the unions. Some people think or say, well, the trouble is with unions is that they think they own health and safety law. They're actually right, we do. It's sort of our legislation. It's an incredibly powerful sort of tool to use in workplaces. So to actually have had it, to have maintained it, to have improved it, I think is a reflection and an achievement of affiliates at Trades Hall. But I think where we've actually moved and making sort of a difference is in the psychological impact of work. To have it recognised that health and safety law applies to the psychological health of people as well as their physical health. So that would be something that, again, unions have put on the agenda. They've campaigned for in terms of bullying, stress, dangerous hours, those sorts of things. So
I'm still Assistant Secretary of the Gippsland Trades and Labour Council. I was secretary and I stepped down as secretary because of the motor neuron disease. Well, I guess it's humbling to a certain degree. What I said to Ralph Edwards was, they must be desperate. I would have thought there would have been plenty of other people they could have nominated first. What we did was we did change the way that the traditional trades and labour councils viewed, in that we set it up as a community unionism as well, not just for the unions but for communities as well, so that people could come to us and we would advocate on behalf of their community as well if there's various issues. It's not so much the unions putting the bans on as the community. We just showed them how to do it. In the same way as if the unions are in dispute, we would move in with the caravan and the barbecues and stuff like that to support them. And we're treated with a lot more respect out of it, because they see us not just going in and doing industrial stuff. We're going in there and supporting the community when they've got an issue. And I guess it's over to the next generation to do their stuff next.
They were all fired up and ready to make a song and dance about the gender pay gap.
She works hard for the money.
Veteran activist Zelda D'Aprano first chained herself in protest for equal pay in 1969, and today was her last stand.
So the work on the Equal Pay Campaign for Social Community Services in Victoria started in about 2009. We embarked on this campaign not knowing where it would lead. So after many years of campaigning, the Fair Work Commission handed down the decision, which awarded pay rises of between 19 and 45% to the workforce. The pay rise was awarded to account for the fact that people were underpaid in the sector because of their gender.
And when I saw the crowds that had gathered there, several thousand, and mainly women, in this big demonstration, and I was just so overcome emotionally, because it's something I always wanted to see. And here I was looking at it. Oh, sisters, you've done me proud. I'm pleased to present the first Zelda D'Aprano Award for union activism to Lisa Darmanin ASU.